The opening up policies implemented 30 years ago accelerated China's integration with the world. As China started looking outwards, speaking English became increasingly important to the Chinese people. As our reporter Zhang Lu finds out, people's reasons for studying English have changed through different stages of opening up and development.
Leg of pork and a delicious cream and bread.
Xue Yafei is a university student in Beijing. She has been attending English classes at the Wall Street English Training Center for more than a year. She said English education at her university is not enough, and she hopes to learn more.
English is a very important standard in the competition. English is a very important tool in our career and daily lives. I'm afraid so. They're all very.
Xue is just one of millions who are hard at work studying English. In China, learning English has been popular for years, and many Chinese now consider it a basic skill to be mastered. The craze for learning English in China started as early as the country began opening up. For many middle-aged people, they still remember the popular 80s English learning program, Follow Me.
Yes, I'd like to go to that. Let's get some tickets.
Right.
At that time, most people's aim in learning English was to study abroad. The first TOEFL exam in China was held in 1982. Starting at that time, many Chinese people began thinking about exploring the West.
All the people around me wanted to go abroad at that time, but studying was only one reason. They also want to become rich and have a better living standard.
Soon, people found that English was useful and important, and not only for going abroad. The opening up of the country attracted a huge number of foreign companies. Their arrival gave Chinese people more job opportunities with better salaries and career development prospects. Good English is a basic requirement for entering foreign companies, and that has pushed more Chinese to study English.
The Americans and Western countries, they have very advanced technology, and if you want to improve your own professional skills and knowledge, you have to communicate in English, and you have to scan many documents which are written in English. So it's indeed important.
Tim Russ is the head of Wall Street English in China. He said most students here are working on their English for better job opportunities.
I think for two reasons. One is the actual need for local workers to come through and actually develop and work within the foreign companies. And of course the need for English as a working language for many of these companies needs that development of professional English communication. The second of all is the increasing competition. Because of that, then we've noticed a strong demand in our local Chinese companies who want to become internationally competitive. So they often send their staff on trainings abroad, and they obviously have to work with many different foreign customers. And because of that, their need for English communication increases.
Huge demand from Chinese people for learning English has helped Russ develop his business quickly. He says the improved English skills of Chinese people have greatly expanded the frontier of international cooperation here, and that in return generates more demand for learning English.
I think they both really helped each other. I think the more the opening, the greater the need for English language learning. And the more the language learning, the stronger and the more ability that the Chinese professionals and young people and companies have to open up to the rest of the world as well.
And in a new twist, as more Chinese learn to say hello, the world is now responding by increasingly learning to say 你好. As China becomes more important in the international arena, learning Chinese is getting popular around the world. It's reported that more than 40 million people around the globe are currently learning Chinese. Increasing interest in both English and Chinese study reaches far beyond the classroom. Behind the years of hard work is a need for integration between China and the world and ever-increasing economic interdependence. China's opening up has given both the country and the world endless opportunities for new development. 张璐 CCTV 北京。